Hello!
Hi.
You couldn't even wait, you're already playing.
Well, I realized that I had saved pretty close to the entrance of the Dreadnought, and my inventory was full, so I was gonna try to go back and sell some shit before we started streaming, but it takes so long to get fucking anywhere in this game.
So yeah, last time you played, which again has been like 2 weeks now.
Probably. I
can't
maybe
remember.
played the week before we took a week off.
But you were still in the Dreadnought, still trying to save the princess. You ran into a lot of problems in the Dreadnought. There was like a lot to explore and a lot of items to get. Did you ever get the Crescent Sword?
Yeah, I have it now, if you'll notice. Every now and then when Furion attacks somebody, it says slept at the bottom.
Sleep slept. So yeah, that was supposed to be good against those big ogre guys, right?
Yeah, there's this one enemy guarding one item, and it's the only thing I haven't gotten from the Dreadnought yet. So I'm gonna try to fight him before I leave the Dreadnought. But I gotta save the princess, I gotta overload the engine.
It's hot.
It's very hot today. It's not even as hot as it was yesterday, but it feels worse in the house.
I think it's supposed to storm this weekend. I think there's supposed to be a cold front coming in. It's gonna be like in the low 80s over the weekend.
That would be nice.
It would be nice. Oy, 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 oy.
Yeah, we slept as much as we possibly could yesterday.
I was really tired. I didn't sleep well last night, though, because I slept
Yeah,
yesterday,
me
so I'm
too.
still fucking tired today. This is old people complaining stream.
Yeah, we sleep about as much as you can without getting bed sores.
That's... I don't know if it's that much. That's a
That's
lot.
the way I feel.
That's a lot. Star Spawn. Star Spawn.
I was thinking it was more like the Sega.
Star Spawn.
Yeah.
I like that. What up, Star Spawn? How you doing?
You're not under the crescent.
Oh, Starspawn says not good. What's going on, Starspawn?
Please stop blinding my party.
But you get those cool sunglasses. Sergeant says, coming to terms with being terrible. What's going on?
Ooh!
What is it?
I think it's a better staff. Did the jokes about you being a fake FromSoft fan upset you? Should probably switch her back to a staff soon. What are her stats like? Oh yeah, she's about equal, so I think I may switch her.
How long have you had Gordon on your party now? I feel like he's been there for the last few streams. I guess he's for the Dreadnought mission.
Yeah, I guess he's for this whole mission. It's probably supposed to be like a character redemption arc for him or some shit, you know? Since he ran away from the fight in Fynn. Switch her back to a staff.
Well, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Starspawn. I mean, you don't have to apologize or anything. I don't feel like you've been difficult or anything.
I don't know if I should keep this knife for somebody who might show up later.
The Gouch knife thing?
Yeah.
Probably, maybe, because I think it's like a somewhat high-level weapon.
She's got all these fucking spell tomes that I have no use for.
Are they duplicates?
Yeah, there are enemies that just drop spell tomes in this area, and I'm just loaded down with them. And I know this Hellfire is a spell I can use, so I feel like I should just hold on to it, because it's like a scroll, you know?
Oh.
So I have it, and I have Icewind. Jesus, guy's health is at 500. Goddamn.
Oh, wow. What is Gordon's health?
300 something? Yeah, 320. Nope, not fire. God damn it.
What is up, Colin? It's time for the Final Fantasy.
No refunds.
All fantasies are final.
I have so much gil now. I never thought I'd be able to get gil in this game. It was so stingy with it at the beginning.
I mean, that's mostly from just selling shit, right?
Yeah, because I haven't bought much of anything. Like, I bought, you know, some X potions and some Phoenix Downs, but I haven't even really had cause to use them. And, like, the only reason I came all the way back here was to sell the shit, because I have a cottage. Two cowboys.
Two cowboys in a boat, sitting 5 feet apart because they're not gay. We're good, Colin. Sleepy.
As always.
It's too warm here.
That, and I received truly devastating news when I woke up this morning.
Yeah, you've been pretty miserable all day. So you've been playing this phone game for almost a year now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing it too.
Yeah, because you played it first, and I looked at it on your phone, and I'm like, oh, I like this art, and it's vertical.
Yeah, because like last year we were looking at gacha games on our phones.
Yeah, like, I think on a whim, I downloaded Food Fantasy, and, like, I
Yeah.
played it for a while, but I don't really like the art in it.
We were just playing around with different gacha games, and I downloaded this one called Destiny Child, which I had read was, like, good, like, people liked it a lot. So it's like, you know, it's like a little anime gacha game where you collect characters and battle RPG style and upgrade your characters and get... Yeah, it's the one with Beyonce.
Yeah.
Right. But it is called Destiny Child, though.
It's one word, though.
Yeah, which is really weird, but it is called Destiny Child. Like, the premise of it is
You are an Archfiend candidate. Every, 1,000 years, there's a battle for who's gonna rule hell for the next 1,000 years. And, like, the character that is yours, because you don't make one, is, like, just a slacker demon who came to Earth and, like, works at a convenience store. But, a demon from hell, or I don't even understand the dichotomy there, because demons are not the same as the childs, which are the characters that you're summoning to fight for you.
Yeah.
But one of like, a child from hell comes and basically lists you for the Archfiend contest.
Yeah, and then, like, goes into your service.
Yeah.
So, like, the whole premise is, like, you're collecting these...
You're raising an army, basically.
Yeah, you're...
Of big titty anime women.
Yeah, like, that's one of the features of the game, is, like, most of the art is, like, big titty anime girls.
And I mean, I was fascinated with it because me and Tirith were looking into Live 2D, which is a software you use to animate illustrations, but like it's a little more it's not full animation. It's almost like rigging would be in a 3D sense. It's kind of hard to explain, but it works like that. So I was really interested in seeing what all they were capable of doing with Live 2D as the function for animation in that, and I was just deeply fascinated by that, so that's another reason I tried it out. And I think it's really cool. I like the art.
Yeah, like, it's
I'm not jerking off to it, but I like it.
Sure you're not. But yeah, it's kind
There's
of...
only one muscle woman in the game. That's my biggest complaint.
Yeah. But I mean, it's cool. Like, it's a gacha game, but it's like, you know, gacha games can be very unfair in terms of, like, giving you stuff.
Like, that's why I quit playing Star Rail. I played Star Rail, like, every day since launch for about 2 or 3 months solid.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get 3 characters in a row that I wanted, so I fucking uninstalled it.
But like the whole premise of a gacha game is it's gambling and they're enticing you to like spend money for
Yeah.
extra materials to summon more characters.
But I ain't got extra money.
Right, yeah. Like most people that play gacha games don't spend money on them. It's just like casinos. There's like, like they're mostly funded by a minuscule portion of their user base who spend a lot.
The addicts.
Who spend a lot of money. But we've been playing it for almost a year, and like I play it almost every day, but you have played it religiously.
Mm-hmm.
And like you play it every day, you do all of the daily stuff, you do all of the event stuff, you build teams of characters, you upgrade religiously.
Because I feel like the biggest draw of it for me is that it's completely idle for the most part. Like, you put in the work to build a team and build equipment, but then you just set it and forget it when it comes to fights. And, like, I really like that, because it's like, if I want to go do something else, I can just set it up to run through some fights and earn me some shit, and then come back to it later and set it up for more fights.
And it's really fun because they add new characters like every couple weeks.
Yeah, and you are pretty much guaranteed to get that character.
Yeah, so like you play it all like daily. You get the new stuff. It keeps you mildly interested. It's really fun. So you got up today.
Uh-huh.
And what is the news?
They're ending the service in September.
The game is going to be over in September. They're not going to support the game anymore.
They're not going to update it. I think there's going to be a...
So,
I don't know if it'll be like an offline mode or what.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused about that because like they're not going to do anything new for the game. There's not going to be new events and stuff.
And like PvP is part of the game, but it's not the hugest part. It's completely optional.
Yeah.
Which, I was happy about at the beginning, but then I got to where I had teams good enough that I could do okay in PvP. I'm certainly not on the leaderboards or any shit, but the company that does it is involved with another game that they started last year or year before last, and it's more popular right now, but it's also it's not the same because I think it's run by a different company.
It's also a gacha game, but it's different art, a different battle style that I don't like as much because I tried it.
Yeah, and everybody says that it's a lot of daily work for barely any reward. So I don't even have an interest in trying it. And I know the smart thing to do would be play this game until it's done and then not pick up a new one. Maybe try to focus on being productive.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen because, like you said, they're going to end the service. And I would assume, because, like, they stopped taking money today.
Yeah, like, after they did a big maintenance, which is something that just periodically happens. Like, it goes into maintenance every night, but then after we have a certain event, it goes into, 9-hour maintenance. And after it did it this time, it completely disabled the option to pay for anything with, like, real money.
So, I don't see, like, if they do, like, an offline thing where, like, there's, like, a certain amount of content you can do daily, I don't really know how that would work. But I don't see how they can keep it online and keep PvP going, because you have to pay for servers for that.
Yeah.
And if they're not making income on the game, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because some people are arguing, I bet... I don't know, because it's spelled Nikke, so I assume it's supposed to be Nike, like...
It's either Nike. The other game is either Nike or Nikki. I'm not sure how you say it.
I want to say Nike because I assume it's, the goddess of victory, Nike.
Okay, that makes sense.
But, it's a Korean game, so I don't know if it's pronounced differently, but whatever. I assume it's Nike, like the goddess. And, people are saying, I bet they make plenty of money to keep both of these games running, but they think that maybe the company over them on Nike is telling them to shut down.
Yeah.
Destiny Child. And if it was some sort of event to try to garner new users, that would be one thing, but it really seems like it's just over. Because, like, if you wanted to keep going, you would not disable the ability to send you money. A lot of people are, like, I haven't really kept up with the story. But a lot of people are actually really mad that the story's not going to get a conclusion.
Yeah, like, I haven't followed any storylines.
There's too much.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
There's a lot. There's a lot, because they write new little stories for every event they do, and they do new events, like I said, every couple weeks, so... I don't know, it kind of sucks that there's, like, because you said it's got to be at least 6 years old.
Mm-hmm. There are people who said they've been playing it for
Yeah.
6 years.
So, like, it's been around for a minute, and, like, obviously people have invested a lot of time and money into it.
Not enough, I guess.
Yeah. And, I mean, you've invested a lot of time into it.
Yeah.
So it just kind of sucks, and it's like, oh, this thing I really like, it, you know, is something that's given me joy in my idle time, and now it's just going to be discontinued.
Maybe I should try to stream it. Because I am one-shotting the current Ragnar boss.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, we could try to set it up to stream and show off all our favorite characters. I really like the game. It's really fun just to collect the characters and stuff.
Yeah, like, that's the part that I really enjoy, and probably what ruined Star Rail for me was the
Yeah.
fact that you can't collect everyone, but, like, you have a visible archive. Like, it's on your front page.
Yeah.
And you can look into it, and, it's like, oh shit, I have pretty much every single character except for the 3 or 4 prior collabs that I was not playing in time to participate in. Because, like, we joined when they were doing a Guilty Gear collab, so I have those characters, which is good, because all of them are really fucking useful. But it seems like all the prior collabs are not that useful. There was one that was with, Atlas, the people who made, Persona and Catherine and
Right.
those games. Because Catherine is in the game. There's Catherine and I think maybe 2 other characters from that game.
In what game, though?
In Destiny Child.
Okay.
Because most of the collab characters other than the Guilty Gear ones are not particularly useful, but the person who's been at the top of one of the PvP things has Catherine in their team. So obviously she is pretty useful. I'm glad this dude got tired of asking me for my pass. But yeah, like, there was a Miku collab early on. There are 3 Mikus. And there was a Dead or Alive collab as well.
When was that?
I don't know.
I think the only collaboration they've done when we've played is the
Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear stuff, right? I like to collect things.
Mm-hmm.
I like games where you can collect stuff. So it just kind of makes sense. That I would like to play gacha games like that particularly, because like that's why Genshin and Star Rail didn't hold my interest, because it's like the collectible characters are very hard to get, and there are very few of them anyway, because
Yeah, it's more programming.
yeah, like those are more gameplay based, so it's like here's a few characters, it's like a fighting game roster. There's not going to be hundreds of characters.
You know, not to degrade the amount of work that goes into.
Oh no, like,
because like all of it's hard, even if
Yeah.
you're doing it because you know boobies sell. There's still work to be done.
but like the work that goes into those games is a totally different kind of work because you're you know doing very highly detailed character design, 3D character design, animations and everything. You're balancing like action RPG in the you know, for Genshin, you're balancing like action RPG fighting with those, you know, with a roster of characters that have different elements and all that kind of stuff. And for Star Rail, you know, that's like a full turn-based RPG system. I mean, I'm surprised how much work goes into like Destiny Child and some of these smaller phone games because, you know, there's still like a ton of numbers behind everything, you know. It's an RPG, like it's RPG battle mechanics.
And I mean, working with Live 2D is not easy. I don't know how to do it.
So like the animated characters are really impressive, and just in general, like the way, because like, you know, every time there's a new event in this game, you go online and look at like the characters we're fighting in the event. You learn how to build a team to fight that character. So it's like, you know, every time there's something new, you have to completely restructure your team with different equipment and different characters and different upgrades and stuff. So that's really complex, and I think that's really impressive on the creator's part.
I mean, I'm sure you can tell from the sound of it, but it's menus, and that's what I love.
Also, it's menus, which you love. What up, Jeff?
I'm gonna have to fucking try out Azure Lane. People say it's pretty generous. And it's a game where they turn boats into anime girls.
Yeah, so that's one of the alternatives that you saw was Azure Lane, which, like, isn't there already a
Are you thinking of Cancoli?
yeah, isn't Kantai Collection about, like, it
I cracked them open!
cracked open the bars? Jeff said, "Whoa, what's up with the rat?"
He's a were-rat.
He's a were-rat, Jeff. You better fucking watch out.
I'm about to save.
Talking about our mobile game, Tirith. Got bad news this morning.
What the fuck is this?
Did you run into a random encounter
Yes.
in the boss room here?
I assume I have to fight this guy. I don't know who this guy is. He might be friends with the princess, but I assume he's here to guard her.
Tirith said they just read your text. Very sad. Were-rat has nothing on the were-rabbit. That's true, Jeff. Yeah, Tirith, they're gonna discontinue the game in September. They said they're gonna make a. First of all, we talked a minute ago about how it's gonna go into like a different, like the game's not going away, but it's not going to be updated.
Yeah.
But you said they're calling it a memorial.
Like a memorial version or some shit?
So it's like the game fucking died.
Oh, this is Sid.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Oh yeah, he said, I'll help the princess escape. You go put Sunflame into the engine. Okay, so that's that. I need to go try to fight that big green guy again. Shrek.
Gotta go fight Shrek. But yeah, I downloaded a shit ton of gacha games today.
I downloaded a bunch too. I'm gonna try to be fair. I'm gonna try to give each one a day to see if I absolutely hate it.
Yeah. I played Raid Shadow Legends earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. It was
Yeah, but I don't want 3D.
Yeah.
I know I sound like a fucking insufferable 4chan piece of shit when I say I want it to be 2D.
only want 2D titties. 3D titties are not real. Raid was kind of fun. I played it earlier today, and it's like Tear says,
I know.
Get paid for this promo.
It was kind of fun. Can I get $10 for saying that?
It was fun because it was like very quick to play.
Mhm.
You know, you're just like dungeon crawling through little encounters basically. But like I was saying earlier, one of the reasons that these games appeal to me is because I like to collect things.
Yeah.
And there is a shit ton to collect in that game because there are maybe 20 different factions that you get characters from. So it ranges from like knights to like undead to like orcs and then dwarves and dark elves, like all these different like fantasy archetypes.
Mhm.
And then within that, within each of those classes or factions, there's like I can't even guess how many characters were in each one, but there had to be at least 30 plus characters in each one. Because it was, you know, it was ranked. So there's like low tier where it's like, oh, here's an archer, here's a bandit.
Yeah.
Here's high tier, and it's like, you know, Fuckstick McMighty the Overlord. And, you know, there's like a certain amount of like, you know, big dick 6-star characters or whatever, than the lowly 1-star characters. So, like, collecting all of that, filling out, like, that faction roster and stuff would be really fun, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's also one of those things where I also want it to be playable long term, where it's not, oh, they've put enough for you to get, like, into the game, and then you hit a paywall.
Like, that's the problem, yeah, is, like, eventually, with these games, you hit a paywall, where it's like, okay, I got through all of the introductory stuff, and usually one of the I feel like one of the telltale signs of that is when you get showered with starter content, where it's like, you just started the game, here's a ton of currency, here's a ton of this, here's a ton of that, and then once you use all that up within a couple days, then you're like out of everything, but you've already invested the time, and you've got like a little something built in the game, and you want to keep playing. But with Destiny Child, that doesn't happen.
No, if you play daily and, like, you know, if you want to get any, well, I mean, if you want to get anywhere fast, of course you're gonna have to pay. But if you want to make some progress, you do kind of need to learn maybe some meta stuff.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Is
but like you didn't. And you still did okay, I feel like.
Yeah, it's just, like, now it's to the point where, like, every couple weeks when there's a new event, I unequip all of my items, and I hand you my phone.
Yeah, I still haven't sorted your shit today. I need to do that.
And I go, hey, build a team for me. And you build a team out of what I have that can fight the current event. And then the next couple weeks, I unequip everything again and hand you my phone, and you do it again for the next thing. Because I don't have the time or the energy to look at all these things, and math hurts my fucking head. So, you know, that's where I differ from Menu Master Meat over here.
Also, the paywall thing is what I've heard about Nike as well. Is that eventually you get to like a portion of the story where you have to basically pay to make any progress.
Right. And then I downloaded. I played Raid earlier. And like I said, it was fine. I deleted it because, like, obviously it's taking up a lot of space. But I don't know. I might end up downloading it again if I keep thinking about it.
I mean, do whatever you want. I'm not going to judge you.
I mean,
I'm playing a fucking titty game, and I'm sad that it's getting discontinued.
I mean, as long as I'm not paying money for anything, like, who cares? But, like, I don't know. But yeah, Cheer says I'm the same way. I hate having to think about formation, skill trees, etc. Like, I like to I like to fill that stuff out. Like, I like the progression of a skill tree.
Yeah, like, oh, I got 10 points. I can put it here, here, and here.
Yeah,
just,
I
you know,
like
for
to,
fun.
yeah, like, I like to upgrade a character and, like, put the time in and see that reward. I don't like too many options, and sometimes the options are the wrong options.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where it's like, oh, fuck. So I spent all this time doing this to fight this. Now I got to restructure everything to fight this. And, like, I get it, and that seems fun, but it's such a time sink, in my opinion, that I don't want to do it. So, like, I just want the characters to get better, but not necessarily in different ways, I guess. And then another thing that bothers me in that same vein with some of these things, some of these kinds of games, is it's not always that you have to build the character in some way that accomplishes your goal. You have to build the characters in the one way that accomplishes your goal.
Yeah.
I don't like when it's like, oh, we have all these characters, all these options, but then you get into like those tier lists and shit, and it's like, well, okay, all the characters you like aesthetically or whatever, they kind of suck. So if you want to make any progress, any actual progress in the bigger part of the game, you have to invest in these specific characters because these are the only ones that are good.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I know not everything is like that, and I don't feel like Destiny Child is really like that.
No, it's only like that in the sense that if you want to get anywhere in PvP, you should be paying attention to tier lists.
So, like, the PvP in Destiny Child, I hate. I don't have anything to do with it because I don't, I'm never going to have a team that is good enough because I don't care to invest in, like, certain characters as much. Because it's like, like we just got a character a couple weeks ago that's like an octopus lady.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, I love her, but she's really not good for a lot of stuff.
She's good for world bosses.
Okay.
For fire world bosses. Right. So, like, she has one use case. Yeah. And a lot of Childs are like that in that game. Which is kind of part of why I also understand it probably doesn't appeal to people, because you have this big roster, and, like, you physically have an inventory that you have to upgrade to keep more characters. So, like, you eventually reach points where you're like, okay, well, I've got to get rid of some people because I don't have room for any new people. I'm gonna go try to fight this ogre, and then I'm gonna go to the engine room.
Oh, hell yeah. You're saying that's what they hate about MMOs and gear and stuff in those games. Yeah, like, that, it just really sucks to me where it's like, here's this bountiful world of fantasy RPG bullshit, but it's like, there's only one viable combination.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And, like, that really fucking bugs me about those things.
Yeah, like, PvP stuff and, like, MMO shit especially, because the characters that I gravitate towards take really high skill level to play well. And I ain't got that.
Yeah, that's, I understand that too, because, like,
I do that a lot in fighting games, where I'm like, oh, I love this character. Like, I love Zangief in Street Fighter. I cannot play Zangief fucking at all.
Yeah, I remember... a few years ago, we really tried to get into fighting games a little bit, and you gravitate toward bigger characters.
But I can't play slow characters.
Yeah, and usually the bigger characters are slow, and that's a lot harder for you. And, I don't know. It bothers me with fighting games, too, where it's like they have different learning curves and stuff, and, I'm not saying that in certain instances that's a flaw. I don't feel like, in fighting games, I don't feel like it's much of a flaw, because I feel like there needs to be entry-level characters and then characters that you can work up to as you progress, right?
Yeah, I'm not one of those people who thinks I can't play this game, therefore it's bad.
For sure.
Like, I know that there are tons of things that I just don't have. And it's not even, it might be the skill set, but it's also a lot of the time I don't care to invest the time to learn. Because that's my biggest issue with fighting games in specific, is I'm just really fucking impatient.
Right.
And I may learn some of the combos and shit, But like I'll learn one and I'm like, that's good enough for me. I can do the fucking what is the Z this the dragon?
Yeah, the dragon punch.
I can do that for poison.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of that, honestly. I could execute it pretty consistently.
Yeah, like with fighting games, like first of all, for me, it's a dexterity issue.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm a panic
yeah,
presser.
that's my bigger problem, and that's a problem I have in any action-based video game where it's like, okay, something's happening right now, and my hands go faster than my brain. So I just start hitting buttons, and it's like, okay, I'm firing my gun wildly and not hitting anything. I'm mashing and not doing any useful combos or anything. And the timing in fighting games for combos is really difficult for me.
Because it's different for each fighting game. In one fighting game, you're too fast, and one fighting game, you're doing it too slow.
So I find all that stuff very impressive when people can do it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's definitely not for me. But again, like, I don't think that's a flaw. But what I do find to be a flaw is, you know, like I say, specifically in speculative fiction-based role-playing games, when the bounty of content is not as useful as this one set of content.
Yeah.
What are you laughing about?
What is his name? They're non-binary. I forgot.
Oh.
Hey, Sonic
Fox.
Sonic Fox. They did a match with some asshole, and they said, if I win, you have to become a furry, because the dude just kept making fun of Sonic Fox for being a furry, instead of, like, just acknowledging that they're good at fighting games.
Yeah.
And guess who won that fight?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like, Sonic Fox commissioned some art of the dude's government-assigned persona.
That's beautiful. Sonic Fox is a fucking treasure, and I'm really glad that a non-binary person of color furry is the
My favorite part is that when they participate in tournaments, they don't use the American flag, they use the trans flag.
yeah. They use the trans flag.
Sonic from trans.
They break their fucking fur, like, mask and shit. Like, it's so good. It's so good. Because, like, I mean, I feel like all gaming fandoms will have a lot of
Shithead dude bros.
just toxicity,
Yeah.
and it's just good to have it, like, a very loud element in that that's not about that. Oh man, Tyr says they were at Evo when Sonic Fox, like, did their big win breakthrough.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's rad.
My favorite Sonic Fox quote is still, TURF!
Oh god, when they were playing Mortal Kombat,
Uh-huh.
because they. What did she do in that? Ronda Rousey plays.
She plays Sonya.
She plays Sonya.
Like,
yeah.
they did the mocap and voice acting, and it's bad. She's a bad voice actor.
Yeah,
On top of being a TURF.
an MMA fighter who is unfortunately a turf.
Which is so sad, because she has that really funny quote, I'd like to armbar God.
Very, very disappointing. And then I played another one after I played Raid. I played another Eden.
I
And
feel like I see that one advertised all the time.
it was like you play as like a character in like a medieval fantasy world, and then you get sucked into the future, and then it's like, I think you're bouncing around time and space, meeting like different characters from, well, just anywhere, you know.
Okay.
Um,
So does it have that, is it anime style?
yes.
So is it like anime titty girl Leonardo da Vinci?
No.
Okay.
No, not like that. In fact, like, it wasn't really ecchi art at all.
I'm thinking about maybe trying Fate Grand Order.
I've got it downloaded,
I
and
just feel like it's so vast that I probably won't enjoy it.
yeah, I haven't opened it up yet. Oh, this guy. So you got that crescent sword that should put him to sleep, right?
Hopefully.
So yeah, like another Eden was like you're a medieval dude. You can go to the future, and then you're going into like this dream space and like summoning heroes from different time periods and stuff. So like I had my medieval guy, and I had like a schoolgirl katana lady, and I had an android.
He went to sleep.
Hell yeah. And then you just sort of like dungeon crawl through these little side scroller dungeon levels and fight random encounters and stuff. And it was fine. I don't think I'm going to go back and play it though. Here says, will y'all ever consider streaming mobile games if it isn't lewd? We were talking about that before you jumped on, because Roadkill said that they might want to stream Destiny Child before it totally ends. David said, anime titty girl Da Vinci. We hopped on at the right time.
Oh, speaking of, I somebody pointed this out because I've been following the Destiny Child Reddit. That's where I get all of my source for fight shit. The three main characters, you know, that
in Destiny Child?
Yeah, that your character knows. Yeah.
Mona, Lisa, and who else?
Davi. Because it's Davi, Da Vinci.
Yeah, Mona, Lisa, and Davi. Okay, wow, I didn't think about that.
I don't know why, but...
I don't know either. Yeah, David, we've been talking about the, I know you've seen it at least once when we've been at your house.
Yeah, I think Colin was with us.
Yeah.
Because we were at Melt because it was Forcus, which is that lady who's in a bikini and, like, her pussy is just in the camera.
Yeah.
But she's in a swimsuit, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But, like, I was fighting that boss, and I'm like, here, Amanda, look at the game I'm playing.
Because it's like a gacha collectible game, like you collect the characters and shit and everything, but... Roadkill, we've both been playing it for almost a year daily. Roadkill has invested a shit ton of time into it, but they announced this morning that they are discontinuing the game in September. So
like the day after our anniversary too.
Yeah. So they have been inconsolable all day long. More upset by more upset by this news than the news from last week.
Making me look like a fucking monster. I don't know if I've cast Blink on everybody yet.
But yeah, I played Raid Shadow Legends, I played another Eden. I don't think I'm gonna go back to either of those
immediately.
Although I may play Raid again. It had some appealing stuff. I've also downloaded Guardian Tales.
I looked at it, but I don't think I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's what I'm looking for.
Fate Grand Order. What is this one? Tuhu Lost something. I can't even tell what that says. Tuhu Lost World. So I think Tuhu is the company. But yeah, it's some gacha game called Lost World. I downloaded Eversoul. I downloaded Tower Fantasy, Epic 7, Alchemy Star, Path to Nowhere, Alice Fiction, Azure Lane.
I think I downloaded Alice Fiction as well.
And I downloaded Sino Alice, which is one that I had downloaded last year when we started looking at these. And I think it's like fairy tale type stuff. I know it's got like a dark fantasy theme, so I'm gonna check it out.
What is that alchemy one?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like all I did was look at a big list and download a bunch of them. So like literally my phone screen is just a 3x4 grid of anime girl faces right now, but I don't actually know what any of these games look like when you open them up. Oh, I also had downloaded the Fire Emblem gacha game, but I really didn't like the art style or the battle style.
Yeah, like, I played one Fire Emblem game and I never even beat it. Like, it did not hold my interest at all.
They look cool, but I don't know. David wants to know why this big green guy looks so sad.
Because I'm trying to take his shield.
Was that what's in the
Yeah.
thing? Okay, so he's guarding like a shield that you're trying to steal.
Yeah, it's an ice shield. Oh, there we go.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that sword really made this fight possible.
Yeah. So what did you get? The Gigas shield?
No, the ice shield.
The ice shield, okay. It was called the Gigas.
Yeah, the enemy was the Gigas.
Gigas. Gigas these nuts!
Save scum real quick.
Ooh, Cheer says ESO is free right now. I played ESO when it first launched. In fact, I think I got into the beta.
Yeah, because you got like some sort of package that gave you like a wedding ring you could give to somebody, I think.
I did. But then I don't
Which is just, like, we only had one computer that could just barely run it, so
Yeah.
I couldn't even play with you.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just don't have the time for MMOs, unfortunately. Like, there are a few that really do appeal to me, and I feel like I would have a lot of fun with them. And I have had fun with MMOs before, but it just takes so much time.
I know, like I was saying to begin with, that's the part about Destiny Child that really appeals to me, is you put the work in to build your team, and then the fights, you just let it run. You ain't gotta do shit. You can put it on full auto.
And, like, that's definitely something that would not have appealed to me a few years ago. But I feel like the older I get, it's like, yeah, let this game run itself.
Number go up.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Like, give me
That's why you're still playing Cookie Clicker.
I have been playing Cookie Clicker for over a year now. I've had the same Cookie Clicker open on my work computer for over a year.
Homie, get off the stairs. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Tira says Palia is around the corner. Palia looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks fun because I don't think it's, it's not going to be like a competitive MMO kind of thing. Like, it's going to be like a, like a chill sort of experience, it looks like. I feel like there was an open beta happening that you had mentioned a date on.
Yeah, I meant to go register. I'll try to remember to do that after the stream.
Tony Stark says register.
Tony Stark's dead.
Movie Tony Stark's dead. Comic book Tony Stark's not dead.
I mean, I could say that, and there's probably a 50-50 chance he is in continuity dead at any given time.
You are correct. I don't think he's dead right now, though.
Unfortunate. Hate that bastard.
I like Tony Stark. I got a new Iron Man action figure the other day.
Oh yeah, because it's, what is that?
It's the Mark 1.
Yeah, Mark 1.
Yeah.
The chunky boy.
Chunky boy.
Built by a single man.
Built in a cave by a single man. I love Iron Man designs, so like I'm a sucker for the different versions of the Iron Man suit. But yeah, the OG chunky silver boy. Actually, the OG is a gold suit,
Oh yeah.
but most of the time when you see like the Mark 1 suit, it's going to be silver, but the original design is gold.
God damn it.
Man, what's everybody up to today?
Now that we've talked about mobile games for a solid hour.
Ooh. Colin says the cupcake I just had for my sister's birthday is so sugary it has turned my stomach. Yeah, I like those cupcakes you get, and like you take a bite and you feel the sugar rush to your head, like it makes you feel lightheaded when you take a bite of it.
No.
I can handle like maybe one of those, and then I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't do that shit anymore.
Yeah, like my ability to handle massive amounts of sugar has decreased rapidly as I get older. Oof, yeah, I'm sure you have been uncomfortably moist all day, David. Ah, Jeff is also celebrating his sister's birthday.
You guys got the same sister?
Y'all got the same sister or what? Yeah, I know that you also don't really like sweets, Colin, so I'm sure that's just not your cup of tea. I like sugar, like don't get me wrong, but it's definitely started to
Did
be something I have to moderate. Huh?
I'm trying to remember because it's a place me and Amanda went because I feel like we were checking shit out for Amanda and David's wedding, and I can't remember if we got cupcakes.
Oh,
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we did.
Ooh, I remember that shit.
Because it was like,
You brought some of those home. That you got like a sample pack of cupcakes from there.
yeah, because it was like 2/3 icing.
Jesus fucking Christ,
Like
dude.
double the height of the cupcake.
Like
icing.
yeah, like I ate half of one of
I forgot to
those.
steal these idiots.
But yeah, like the icing on top of that was taller than the cake itself, and it was too much. It was too.
Because that was
much.
before we went vegan.
Yeah.
There is a place that has vegan cupcakes
Where?
within drive. It's in Homewood. I would never make you go there because the parking sucks.
What's it called?
Dream Cakes. Like they're not a vegan place, but they have vegan options.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where there's the street that everybody is driving on, and then there's 3 parking spaces
Yeah.
right here in front of the store.
We could.
There's
We can
I
figure
think
it
there's a
out.
Saws by it as well, but it's hot dogs.
Yeah, the little hot dog place. Because like Saws is a barbecue place, but they have like a hot dog only restaurant over there.
Because I think the street behind it, there's one of those edible arrangement places as well. Homewood's one of those up and coming sort of areas, I
Yeah.
suppose.
I know what an edible arrangement is, but now I'm pretending that it's a bouquet of THC edibles. Oh yeah, man said, she loves sugary sweets, but she got to watch it because diabetes runs in both sides of the family. Yeah, that's a big problem for me too, because like my mom has had diabetes since she was 12. She has type 1. Amanda says it was Gigi's that you guys got those for.
Yeah, that's what it
from
was.
before the wedding.
Because I remember where it is, because it's over by that one pizza place me and you used to go to every now and then.
Oh, she says Dream Cake's closed down.
Oh, well, I didn't ever want to park there anyway, so...
Yeah, what was that pizza place called? Because it was like
It's like high,
it was like
high.
it was like a Subway. You'd go in and you'd like pick your crust and all your toppings, and they make it in front of you, and
Yeah.
then they bake it. It was really tasty. Jeff is pointing out that none of this has stopped me from eating 3 servings of pudding the other day. Dude, I was so sick from that pudding.
Craving sweets is like when you're horny. You can't be held responsible.
Jesus. Oh, man. Sometimes it's like that, yeah.
I keep forgetting to heal between these fights. For real, you eat like a ton of sweets and then you're looking at your hands covered in chocolate like Shinji Ikari going, I'm so fucked up.
Right. Amanda wished she had pudding. Yeah, so like I got some I'm sure you guys have seen those like puff pastry hacks that people are doing all over the internet right now, where you get like fruit or whatever and lay it down and then you cover it in puff pastry and bake it so it like makes a little upside down pie or whatever. So I've been playing around with puff pastry, and I had this idea that I was gonna bake some puff pastry and then fill it with chocolate in some way. make a little like filled pastry.
Because I wanted one real bad.
Yeah, you wanted it, and I was like, yeah, I think I
It
can
was
do
like the only thing I asked you for last week, so you're like, I have to do it, and I didn't even say it. It's like, I need this or I'll be sad. I was just like, you know what would be fucking tight?
Yeah, well, I mean,
chocolate cream filled donuts.
you know, but I bought the pudding because I was gonna fill them with pudding, but then I was like, I don't think this is gonna work. So I did something else. So I had a whole bowl of instant pudding made in the fridge, and it was like 4 o'clock, and I'm not gonna cook dinner till 5, and I'm sitting here winding down my work day, and I'm like, I want a little snack. So I ate an entire 3-serving bowl of chocolate pudding, and I got so fucking sick. David says we need to go to Cinnaholic one day. I would really love to do that. So,
Mellow mushroom and Cinnaholic.
Yeah, if we could go grab some pizzas and some cinnamon rolls. That'd be fantastic. Ooh, yeah, Tier's talking about that freeze-dried candy you see on the internet now. I would really like some of that. I really want the Amanda says, you the real MVP. Most valuable pudding eater.
The loathsome pudding eater.
The loathsome pudding eater.
Why don't they have cute little plushies of that man?
Of the loathsome dung eater
Yeah.
from Elden Ring? I don't know.
I hear he doesn't even eat dung.
People hate the loathsome dung eater. He does fucked up shit.
But he doesn't even eat shit?
I think he may eat shit.
Does he on-screen eat shit?
I have no idea. I didn't get that far in Elden Ring. I don't know what he does. But, the freeze-dried candy. I want to try the freeze-dried Jolly Ranchers. Because it's like, it takes like, you know, like a dense, sticky Jolly Rancher and puffs it up into this big crunchy thing, and I think it's going to be delicious because I love Jolly Ranchers. I think Jolly Ranchers have the best hard candy flavor profile.
I think I agree with that. I can't think of any other hard candy that I even will be like, yeah, I'll have one. But that's not true. I love those disgusting grandma strawberries.
Oh yeah, you are a fan of those, like, grandma coffee table glass case strawberry wrapped things. Jeff Curran says dung eater is nuts. I don't think they're vegan, but Mentos would be rad. Mentos aren't vegan?
Mentos aren't vegan?
They may not be. I didn't know that.
I used to sort of have a weird obsession with Mentos. I feel like they used to not, like, I'm not saying that they were hard to get, but I don't feel like they were as often in stores as they are now.
Are you talking about mint Mentos or fruity Mentos?
Probably fruity.
Okay. Yeah, I don't feel like it's something I've eaten a whole lot in my life.
And, like, the texture of them was just sort of weirdly fascinating to me. It's just one of those weird little kid fascinations I remember having.
Yeah. You remember that gum that used to come in your mouth?
Oh, what were they
I don't remember what they were called. It was just a little cube of gum, or
Yeah.
it was like the size and shape of a Starburst.
Yeah.
But it had like liquid in the middle, and you'd bite it, and it would squirt in your mouth.
Yeah. Like an overexcited gusher.
Yeah. Gushers. I love a gusher. I keep seeing people do this thing where, and I feel like the thing I saw originally, they were saying this was the original intention of fruit roll-ups, but I don't know about that. But if you take a scoop of ice cream and put it on a fruit roll-up and then wrap it up, you know, the cold ice cream solidifies the fruit roll-up and makes it like a really thin, shattery, hard candy.
Mm-hmm.
So you can eat it like a little crunchy pocket of ice cream. And usually things where you're doing weird shit with ice cream would not appeal to me, because I don't like ice cream when it starts to get melty, and the more you handle it, the more melty it gets. But that looks really appealing to me. Just a little crunchy sandwich of fruity shell and ice cream.
Yeah, it's like a dessert taquito.
Yeah. I would try that. Jeff says, I used to love Skittles, and they put the rainbow on it and made it the gays.
The only Skittles we ever eat are sour Skittles. Like, I don't dislike Skittles, but Skittles are not my go-to.
Can't believe the gay agenda took Skittles away from Jeff. So you're saying that people were putting Fruit Roll-Ups in the freezer and just eating them, but they were leaving the plastic on it? So they were accidentally eating the plastic. David says there's a hard candy that you would bite into and there was a fizzy liquid inside that would come out. I can't remember what they were called. Like, that sounds like something, but I don't remember eating that.
Fizzy liquid drink.
According to the internet, Gushers are vegan. Gushers are vegan. I think Fruit Roll-Ups are vegan too. Because it's just fruit leather, basically. Just highly processed.
Mm-hmm.
Gushers are just so... Like, they're one of those things where, like, I eat it and I'm like, this can't possibly be food, you know? It's like, this is just chemical and color.
Like Sunny D.
Like, yeah, it's like Sunny D. Like, when I drink Sunny Delight, it's like, this is not...
You can taste the orange.
This feels totally synthetic. This feels like a totally synthetic thing. Like, someday, like, 1,000,000 years from now, when, like, there is no more Earth, there is no more livable planet situation, and we're living on a man-made cyberpunk dystopian alien craft, that's the kind of shit we'll be eating, is, like, chemical Sunny D style drink and Gushers and shit. David just sent a blank message and then said Zots. I don't know if there's supposed to be an emote there, or if he just sent a blank message somehow. Okay, I'm gonna Google Zots.
The Sunflame. I remember, I can picture that logo, but I don't know that I ever had them. Sunflame is hurled into the engine. Alright. Tearing this bad boy apart.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I've seen this logo before. Yeah, it's got like little fizzy powder in there. Yeah, Jeff, we'd be in Dark City. Oh, yeah. Okay, Tier says that that's a link. Yeah, it did not come through for us. It's just a blank message with David's name on it. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, the Dark Knight approached me and said, "Don't think you've won." And Maria said, "That voice is so familiar."
Uh-oh.
Is it gonna be, Leon?
Who was Leon?
Leon was the dude who was with us to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
And then we lost him after we got revived in Altair.
I totally forgot about him.
Well, I mean, I only had him for that little tutorial fight.
Yeah.
I say tutorial fight as though games used to have tutorials.
So you saved the princess and you destroyed the dreadnought. It's fucking sick.
It's good, because now I don't have to have the song Dreadnought performed by Iggy Pop stuck in my head.
Oh.
It's a song off of Rogues Gallery.
Rogues Gallery, the sea shanty compilation.
Mm-hmm. We got out of that fairly unscathed.
God, I really want Gushers now. Craving that chemical. I mean, I posted these in the Discord the other day, but my new favorite candy is this stuff called Sour Strips. And it's just like ribbons of chewy candy with sour powder on them. Come here, all. It is time, says the king. Oh, he dying?
Took him long enough.
Gordon, you have matured considerably. I would like you to be our commander-in-chief. Yes, sir, I am honored. Men, the world is in chaos. Should forbidden seal be broken? Yes, I will go and unseal the magic. It was created for a time such as this. Firion, I feel the Dragoons may be our only hope. Their home, Dist, was destroyed by the Empire. There must have been a few survivors. Our future depends on the you. Please look after Hilda. My only regret is that I have bonitis.
He just disappeared.
Yeah, he just fucking disappeared like Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope.
Gordon says, go on. We must finish what has begun.
Okay, so Gordon, the self-exiled prince kind of guy, has become the new king, basically. And the dying king asked the court magician Min to unseal the forbidden magic. And he asked Firion to find the survivors of the Dragoons.
When the Emperor raided Dist, I thought it was a small attack. No, the Emperor was trying to wipe out all Dragoons.
Yeah, what are Dragoons?
Only Dragoons understand the language of the Hiryu.
Okay. What are the Hiryu?
Hiryu might still exist at Dist. It would be a great help.
Alright. Where's Min?
I don't know.
Who's on your party right now?
Nobody.
Okay. Because, like, I feel like you're supposed to go to Dist, probably.
I'm not sure where that is. Oh, here's Hilda. Hew, 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 hew.
Is she laughing? Is she crying? What is that? She don't know shit. Hew, 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 hew.
What does that mean? Are you crying? I assume you're crying over your dad. It's a weird way to write it, but...
Hew, 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 hew.
Not allowed to sleep here.
Jeff says they're crying laser tears. Pew, pew, pew.
Like a baby crocodile, or alligator. The king.
I want to ride a Hiryu. What is a
Are
Hiryu?
they dragons?
Oh, I bet they are. I bet they're like wyverns or something.
It's on a distant island off the eastern sea. Thank you.
Dist is distant. Okay.
I have to talk to everybody in town so that maybe one old man can tell me, oh, I think it's here.
If the moon was made out of spare ribs, would you eat it?
I'm sure he's not here, but... yeah, I wonder if I'm supposed to get Ben.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if Min's supposed to go off on their own and, I hate that this character's named Min because I just, like, every time we talk to them or they're on our party, I just imagine that it's Veilastraz.
It's fucking mad.
Oh, man, I forgot about the map. We haven't really had to use it the last couple times.
So, is it this?
The place, like, surrounded by...
Yeah, how would I get there?
Like, what is it surrounded by? Mountains?
Like, it's surrounded by oceans, and then there's, like, this circular mountain range, but that's the only island I see.
Do you
That's
have
to
a?
the west though, ain't it, huh?
What did they say? It's
East.
It's east. Well, I mean, if you go east far enough, you'll get to it. Yo, this map is so slow. Why is it like this? But like, you don't have a boat, right? You don't have like a ship.
No,
You
I
just have the
don't.
canoe.
And like, I don't have free range with the airship or anything. I have to go see Sid still,
Right.
which I assume is what I'm about to go do. Because this is either Plume or Poth. I think it's Plume, and then I think this is Poth, and then I think that's Boffs, and then way up here is Salamondo. So I feel like, yeah, I'm supposed to go see Sid maybe.
Yeah, it's probably your best bet because like you don't have a ship to navigate the ocean with.
Yeah, and there is a little bit of land over there that I don't think I've been on. Say a little bit, but it looks like a whole ass another continent.
Yeah, like what's this? Is that a
That's
city?
the Kashuan Gate where I got the Sunflame from.
In that big circle of mountains?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, what about that up there?
There's
No, it's something like in the northeast.
was it in snow?
Yeah.
I think that may have been the ice cave.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go see Sid rather than standing around here doing nothing.
So speaking of alien dystopias where we eat gushers, Monday when we streamed, we were talking to Starspawn about manga, and Starspawn brought up Blame,
Mm-hmm.
which is not like it's not like old like 90s old, but it's I don't know when it started. It may have been late 90s, but it's definitely in the early 2000s. Is a sci-fi manga, sci-fi horror manga that I've always meant to read, but just never felt like picking it up, you know? But I was like, okay,
Yeah, there are ones that you know are kind of
good.
so you're never in the mood. You're like, I don't really want to pay that much attention. I want to read something.
Yeah, like I want
But
to.
not that.
I want to read something, but like getting into this bigger series is like, oh, I don't want to do that yet. I'm like that with so many things, unfortunately. But Starspawn was talking about Blame, so I was like, fuck, I'm gonna pick up Blame because I really want a series to read, and I can't believe I haven't read Blame before. I can't believe I waited this long to read it because it's one of the best manga I've ever read in my fucking life. Like, it's so good. It's the art is very, very good, but it's very, very dense. And it's a little hard to parse sometimes. And there's very little dialogue. And it's set in like the big thing about Blame, and the reason I see it on a lot of horror manga lists, is that it is almost all about this thing called evil architecture or hostile architecture, where you are in a piece of fiction or some kind of media, you're designing the world to be hostile in some way. So like the entire setting is in this like totally alien cyberpunk world. Like it's like
There's no nature.
yeah, cyberpunk is not the right word because that conjures like that conjures like specific things like Blade Runner and densely populated cities. Like this is more like taking a dark fantasy dungeon and transplanting it into like the Death Star. So it's labyrinthine and highly mechanical and just alien and weird, but there's nothing living there, you know. Like obviously there are characters that you're following, and there are enemies that they're fighting and stuff. But it's like the characters are very sparse, and the setting is just wholly, again, alien. Like that's the only word I can think to describe it. And the concepts that are going on are pretty high sci-fi concepts in terms of like what the world is and like what happened to the humans that once lived here and what the goals of the characters are right now. Like I'm on the 6th volume now, and I think there's like 10 volumes. So I'm about halfway through the series, and like I know what the goals are, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I still haven't learned totally what the main character is, because he's not totally human. And I don't really know the implications of his goal, because he's looking for a human that has certain genetic traits. So he's scaling this massive, colossal, monolithic structure, trying to find living pockets of humans, and then trying to find humans within those that have specific genetic traits. And I don't, it hasn't been revealed like what that will really accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just incredibly engaging and strange, and I love it. I have this like weird fascination with fiction and settings that are set in totally enclosed environments. So that's one reason like dungeon crawler stuff really appeals to me, is I like the idea that there is no outside world, whether that's a literal thing or just there is no outside world that you ever see. And this like hits that nail on the head really fucking hard, because like the entire story is enclosed in this like created structure, So I would highly recommend Blame if you're into some weirdo sci-fi shit. It's fucking great. Jeff says, for one who has never read much manga, what would be some good ones to start with?
Sid don't know shit about where I need to go.
Sid don't know a goddamn thing, goddammit. Do you need me to look it up?
No, I'm just gonna look over here for a minute. I know, it's so fucking hot.
It's very uncomfortable in here. What would you recommend if somebody just said, what's a manga I should read? Because I wouldn't hit them with anything huge. Do you watch anime at all, Jeff? I think that's a good question, because it's like, how familiar are you with like anime tropes and the way animes are structured? Would be a good question.
I would say my guess is this is where I'm supposed to go, but I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to get there.
So what's that city right there?
The one above?
The one directly to the left of your cursor.
This is Bofsk.
Okay.
This is where I currently am. Or no, it's not. I'm in... That is Bofsk. I'm not there, though. I'm here.
I don't know what you should do, because, like... I don't know where you could go to get a boat or anything.
Because I've been to all these areas that are on the map other than the one on the isolated island.
I mean, maybe... So Dist is on that island, probably.
That's what I'm assuming.
And it was attacked, so... We haven't encountered anybody from there. All I can think is start going to places and asking people about the Dragoons and about Dist and the Hiryu and stuff. I don't know.
I'm gonna suggest Hellsing, because if you like, One Piece, and Bleach, and stuff like that.
Yeah, so Jeff says, I've watched I do watch some anime. Seven Deadly Sins, Bleach, One Punch Man, Monster, One Piece, Cowboy Bebop, Akira, Ninja Scroll. So yeah, I would say you're versed in anime like structure and stuff like that.
You're familiar with it.
Yeah, yeah. So again, first of all, I would say if you like any of those anime, I mean, check out the manga. But yeah, if I was recommending manga, Hellsing would be the first one that I recommend. Colin, I think, just started watching Hellsing with his girlfriend. So it's a really good anime. There are two versions of the anime. There's an early 2004, 2006 version, somewhere in there.
This lady said if you're going to Dist, go to Palm and take a ship.
Okay. And then there's a 2010 version of the anime that is a closer adaptation of the manga. But if you're looking
OVA.
an OVA, which is, I don't really understand that because it's not an OVA.
How do you mean?
An OVA is an original video animation. It's not original.
Oh.
It's an adaptation.
Yeah, but they always use OVA to say, oh, this is closer to the manga.
I don't know.
Okay?
I think OVA has become something different because OVAs back in the day used to be stuff like
yeah, like I can never remember what it's called with the Panzer Cops.
that's not an OVA either because that's an adaptation.
Jinro?
Yeah, Jinro is an adaptation.
Oh, I thought that's where OVA
Well,
came from, was that dude.
That dude, yeah, it's I guess Jinro is technically an OVA because it's not adapted from a specific source material. It's just that dude's multimedia project. So that's probably true. Anyway, I'm not trying to like derail.
Sorry, yeah. Castlevania is not an anime.
I mean, it is though. Castlevania is also really good. The Netflix animation. Colin said, "Fuck off." Yeah, it's really good. Like, I was surprised at how good Castlevania was. So, I would also recommend that. Well, okay, that's an anime though. That's not a manga, so that's not really Jeff's question. But it's a good thing to watch. Just as like I made fun of someone because I read comics, but the one person read manga, so I think that turned me off from manga. That's totally understandable. There is no. I read both, and I have read both since I was a kid, and both are just as stupid as the other.
Oh yeah, they're just stupid of two different flavors.
There is no superiority in one or the other. You're an idiot if you read comics. You're an idiot if you read manga. Oh, Tira's getting all sad thinking about Alucard all over again.
Well, think about Hector's flopping dick. That'll make you happy.
Hector's flopping dick.
That was that character's name, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would highly recommend reading the Hellsing manga. It is it's getting reprinted right now in single paperback volumes, or you could pick up the deluxe hardcover editions that are printed in the original magazine size. They're really fucking beautiful, but they're kind of hard to read. So
Or you can read it online for free.
Or you can read it online for free. I'm not saying don't pirate manga, because I do it constantly, but... I said to her, manga is just Japanese comics, and she got super pissed off. It's the truth, though.
It literally is.
I have not read Berserk, but I feel like that's a no-brainer for a recommendation.
I just don't want to suggest something that's not finished.
Berserk, yeah.
For starters, which, I mean, who knows? I assume Berserk's supposed to be finished, but who knows now?
Yeah, Colin, I like that character too, Lenora, the vampire lady from Castlevania. I like the big lady vampire sister as well. What was her name?
The lady with the guts armor?
Yeah.
I can't remember, but she was a huge lesbian, so she was my favorite.
She fucking ruled. Striga, yeah. Yeah, she was...
Carmilla was cool, too.
Yeah, but, like, she was just...
Would you look at this fucking... Okay, fine.
Oh, God. Yeah, Striga was fucking sick. She had the guts armor from Berserk, and it was cool. But yeah, Hellsing is about vampires and about an organization, a military organization in England who fights vampires, and it's got one of the coolest manga anime characters ever created, Alucard the vampire, not to be confused with Alucard from Castlevania, a different Alucard. The art and everything in
Ridiculous guns.
Hellsing is great. It's
Guns named after Dune characters.
Yeah, it's got like ridiculous action, ridiculous weapons. It's just fucking badass. The ending is fucking sick. There's
Sorry.
Roadkill's dying over here. There's a shit ton of Nazi killing in the end of Hellsing.
The stuff this mangaka did before was porn.
That's also true.
Still has some of the better female characters
Yeah,
of any manga I've read.
yeah. I love Hellsing. Hellsing fucking rules. So that would be my first recommendation.
Absolute top tier hottie Integra.
Dude, Integra Hellsing is the best. Best character. A modern series that I would recommend is Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, I mean, it's ongoing, but it's very, very fun. If you like One Piece, I think you'll really like Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen is...
Sir.
What is it they're always calling Integra? They call her Sir, S-E-R.
Sir, Integra, Fairbrooks, Wingate, Hellsing.
Correct. Yeah, Sir, S-E-R is like a...
They spell it S-I-R a lot of the time.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, still, it's. I think it's supposed to be S-E-R, which is like a non-gendered, like official.
Mm-hmm. Like a
title. Yeah.
Palm is not this city. I don't remember where Palm is. No, get back there.
Jujutsu Kaisen is very much like a typical shonen anime, like Dragon Ball Z or whatever, where it's like, here are the characters, here are their powers, and here are the arcs where they slowly get more powerful and they have training and all that kind of stuff. But it's about a school that trains sorcerers, jujutsu sorcerers, to fight demons.
Yeah, so like it's... Because it's like curse power, so all of it's powered by hatred.
Yeah, yeah. So like they fight demons that are born out of like ill feelings,
like hatred and fear and everything.
They call them curses, and then like all of the main characters have their own powers that they fight with. But it's got a very hard horror bend to it, so there's a lot of body horror and a lot of like
urban fantasy
stuff.
Because it's all modern.
I love Jujutsu Kaisen.
But if you want something that's not modern, there's Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer's really good, and the manga is finished. I haven't read the manga. We've only watched the first season of the movie of the anime, but it's very good, and it's got my no brain cells fave and Nosuke in it.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Demon Hunter is Kimetsu no Yaiba in Japanese, but it's called Demon Hunter. It's finished. Demon Hunter and Jujutsu Kaisen are probably the most popular manga around right now. Like,
if you're not looking for isekai.
Well, I think most people aren't. So like, as far as like best selling, I think they're the best selling right now. And it's about samurai demon, or they're not really samurai.
No, because it's like the 1800s Japan. It's is it the Meiji era?
I don't know. But anyway, they're demon hunters in an early era of Japan.
Yeah, because that's the part that I find very fascinating. It's not like they've got like gas lamps and shit. Like there's some modern elements, but it's not like it is set in a time period, and it's as far as I know accurate. Other than that, there are demons.
Yeah. But it's really, really good. And if you even if you don't read Demon Hunter, I would highly recommend watching the anime because the animation is beautiful.
I would also recommend Ajin, Ajin. I really enjoyed it, and it's finished. Don't watch the anime. The anime looks like dog shit.
Yeah, it's got that like 3D rendered stuff going on.
Which Kimetsu no Yaiba has some of too, but they made it look
It looks
decent.
fine, yeah.
Is this place up here, Palm?
Tirith is also recommending Claymore.
Trying Claymore, but I'm just not into it.
Did we try to watch the anime and didn't like it?
Yeah, I remember reading a decent bit.
Yeah, I feel like the manga is way better than we thought the anime was. I've got it on my list to read, so I might try to read it soon.
Watch ghost stories.
Jesus.
Where is Palm?
Greg! What up, Greg? Alright, Jeff says, many years ago, I wanted to start a cyberpunk band called FX7, which was based on a comic called No Hero by Warren Ellis. I know that comic. She called that idea lame because it was inspired by a comic book, which led to the manga call out. That's fucking lame.
Okay, so I'm confused. I thought,
Also, Warren Ellis kind of
yeah.
he kind of sucks now, unfortunately, which really is unfortunate because he's a really good writer.
Are you a white guy who made a comic? You might be bad.
It's very unfortunate. Yeah, a lot of my favorite comic book writers are kind of shitty, but that's not true of all of them. So
Some of them are just hardcore into chaos magic.
yeah, Grant Morrison's doesn't even identify as a male anymore though. So
Oh,
no,
I didn't know that.
no, Grant Morrison's not binary.
Hell yeah. You love to see it.
Colin says, I like black metal. I can't judge any of this. Yeah, Jeff, I agree. Like, Warren Ellis is a fantastic writer. Transmetropolitan is fantastic, but he's also a sex pest. So, yeah, let's talk about Greg's transition into cyborg territory now. I saw a picture of Greg earlier where he's got, like, some kind of, like, electronic device hooked up to his head, going up his nose and shit. What's going on, Greg? You all right?
Elon get you.
Did Elon Musk get one of them brain things in you or what? What is it? The Cyberlink? Greg's in his Lobot arc.
Is Lobot a slur in the Star Wars universe?
I have no idea.
This just brought me back here.
Oh, how is it so fucking hot in here? Yeah. Lobots are the cyborgs that work for Lando Calrissian on Bespin.
Uh-huh.
Is it a slur?
I feel like I've listened to one interpretation of it.
Oh, where they use it as a slur? 'Cause
Yeah,
they're like,
maybe
yeah,
that's it.
that makes sense.
What the fuck are you talking about? Go to Palm and take a ship. It brought me back here.
Oh, okay. So Greg says that he's had acid reflux for years, and there's this newer lab where they check your pH level in your esophagus.
Oh.
So that shit's running down into your esophagus? How long do you have to wear that? Catheter up my nose and down my throat. Dude, that sounds terrible.
It just sounds like permanent reflux.
Oh, 24 hours? Holy shit. Yeah, Colin says Lobot is just the one guy that's like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I used to listen to a Star Wars RP podcast,
Yeah.
and I remember them discussing it being a slur. But I guess that was maybe their personal interpretation.
That's a good piece of lore, though. I like that. Yeah, I think I've talked about this before on stream, but I used to have to go to an ENT when I was a kid because I had and have really bad allergies, and I had surgery, and then I had to go for these follow up things for a long time afterwards, where they would put a camera up my nose, and it was just terrible. I hated it. ENT, like Treebeard, yeah. What?
Everybody's like, it's to the east. Take a ship from here and go there. This says it's an island far to the north.
Well, I think it's to the northeast, right?
This just says north.
I think it's northeast. Greg says they do a 20-minute lab prior where they send a bigger catheter down to check your muscle reaction. So is that to like check to see if you can handle the 24-hour catheter? What kind of music is the band 24-hour catheter?
Can you show me on the fucking map where it is, please? Instead of just saying, oh, it's to the north.
Why did you go into Jordan Peterson voice there? It's to the north.
Okay, so it is the place where I assumed it was. How the fuck do I get there? What pirates?
That just sounds terrible, Greg. I hope it benefits you. Like, do you take medication for reflux? I take a omeprazole every day, so like and that keeps mine in check. So I assume mine's must not be like that bad. But I do have to take it every day. Like if I miss a day, I can't sleep at night.
Which is not how you're supposed to.
No. Jeff said I stepped away for a second and I hear, what pirates? Yeah, we're lost.
Apparently I am supposed to go to Palm. I just happened to miss the NPC who's arbitrarily placed somewhere that I'm supposed to interact with. Bro, I need ice cream.
I'm so sorry.
It's so hot.
No. I'm so mad that you can't buy gallons of vegan ice cream. I just want.
Yeah, we want one of those tubs of Neapolitan ice cream.
Oh yeah, fucking tub.
Or Neapolitan, whatever the fucking shit is.
Vegan Neapolitan. God, I'd take a tub of vanilla, just anything where I can just like, because like I want to sit it on my lap. I want to have the tub sitting on my lap for the extra cooling effect.
We got some coffee the other day, and you got a white chocolate thing, but when I looked at it, I thought it was a vanilla bean thing. It reminded me of when we would get those from Joe Muggs at Books A Million.
Books A Million, yeah, I used to.
When we were teens, and the only thing to do was to go to Books A Million and hang out.
Jeff says I can eat a tub of pudding. Jeff is really getting into fetish territory with his obsession with my pudding eating. Jeff's like, eat the pudding now, boy.
Hey, this lady says, you looking for a ride to Dist? Boy, you guys are lucky. My ship is heading there now. This looks kind of suspicious. Relax, what could happen? Okay, we'll take your offer. Cool, I'll be waiting outside.
Ugh, Greg says that it's not that he has bad reflux all the time, but there's been damage to his esophageal lining. That sucks. That's really scary. I'm glad you enjoyed that story, Jeff. It had me on the toilet. Fucking shitting pudding.
Shitting pudding!
My favorite Megadeth song, Shitting Pudding. I hate that song. Because he does that like speaking voice thing throughout most of that song.
Because he speaks. That's a good enough reason.
And it's so dumb.
Hate it when that bitch speaks.
Like I like a lot of Megadeth for sure, but like some of his vocal shit is stupid. Oh shit, you got captured by pirates?
Yeah.
Buff shirtless pirates? Oh no.
No, these look like the old rejected Captain Crunch.
What the fuck?
Henchmen or whatever the fuck, the villains. Actually,
Well, see, I like it when Bob Dylan, yeah, I like Bob Dylan's voice, but not a fan of Dave Mustaine when he gets into that like nasally, whiny speaking voice. All right, Greg says, I only feel the catheter in my nose a little bit and a little bit in my throat, but it's not like I feel it going all the way down. But like, I mean, is it inhibiting how you swallow or drink or eat or anything? I don't know. I feel like I would just have like a constant gag reflex going on.
okay, you win. Kill me quickly.
Oh God.
You seem spirited. Would you join our fight?
Oh fuck yeah.
This lady lured us here.
Are they dancing?
In the Navy. Fools, get back to your job. I'll follow you people to Dist or wherever. Oh, I'm in control of this now.
It inhibits nothing, but when I swallow food and the muscles contract, it kind of tugs on the catheter and I feel it in my nose. Man, that's kind of making my skin crawl. I'm glad it's not bothering you too much.
What do you do? Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, you can give her that knife. So you got like a pirate queen on your party? That's sick.
She's a fucking... She's got two. She can dual wield.
She can dual wield daggers?
I don't know if it
Yo,
legitimately works, but...
That's cool.
She doesn't have any arm armor. Also, still got a fucking silver chest piece.
It bypasses the gag reflex in the back of your mouth. Okay.
Does she know any magic? She knows Bolt. I might teach her some of the tomes I have, because these...
I mean, don't you have duplicates and shit?
Yeah, but Fire and Ice and Bolt don't really sell for much.
Ah,
So it might be useful for her to know it, I don't know. Oh, I forgot to equip this. Guess I should give that to Furion? What does Furion have? Furion has a mithril shield, and I think Guy has a gold shield. No. Okay. That doesn't change his defense at all. I assume it maybe just has some sort of ice resistance? Can I save in the water? Yes. Well, okay, so how do I get over there? Am I gonna have to sail? Am I gonna have to fucking circumnavigate this shit like Magellan?
Yo, Jeff, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna eat some pudding in your honor. Have a good one, okay? Greg says the real question is when we're gonna get those nanobots sci-fi promises. Man, I want nanobots or something like that so bad. Just like hook me up to the fucking grid,
You
man.
can buy nanobots at fucking Target.
Plug my brain in. You talking about those little toys?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are kind of cute actually. I like those. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Colin.
Yes, thank you. Both of you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for all of you. I hate this fucking map.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
I just want to know if I gotta go around the fucking world like Daft Punk.
Around the world, around the world.
Remember when AI killed Daft Punk?
Huh?
Like, I think they were supposed to do, some sort of reunion thing, but then all this AI shit blew up. They decided they didn't wanna.
I don't remember that. They didn't break up that long ago, did they?
I don't know. I'm not a Daft Punk fan. I just feel like everybody else is, so I learned this shit.
What does AI have to do with them performing together or not?
Because they're like robots, but they don't really want to be seen that way or some shit, I think is what I read.
Okay. Greg says in reference to nanobots, I need them shits to go down there and fix my hiatal hernia, which is the main cause of all this.
Fucking God.
That's really funny, Greg.
Surely this can't be the fucking solution to my problem.
Yeah, it's here. They're not so special anymore. Everybody's got robots now.
They're just pirates out here floating in the ocean?
I mean, that's the way it was in the first Final Fantasy. You just ran into pirates randomly. They didn't even have a boat. Oh yeah. Also wanted to say on the subject of Blame, the manga that I'm reading. And I think you know this, but I guess I didn't realize it was the same guy. So it's Tsutomu Nihei,
Yeah.
who is the mangaka. He did that Wolverine miniseries in the early 2000s. Snicked. You know,
Okay.
You know what I'm talking
I don't
about?
think I've read it, but I feel like you've told me
Yeah.
about it before.
Yeah, it's a little it's a 5-issue limited series from 2003 called Snicked.
I love that Wolverine on the cover
Yeah,
there.
yeah. He wrote and drew it, so it's all in that style. Very, very cool. Actually, here's a really sick piece of art from it. I'm gonna link it in chat. I've got to change that. Every time I send something in chat, it goes yippee. And it's because I was trying to test something months ago, and I never changed it back. And every time I do it, I'm like, I need to change that, and then I don't. Steve says, nah, don't change it. Will we Elder Scroll this weekend? What do you think?
I mean, you said you wanted to, so if
I
you want
want to, yeah. So if you're down, yeah. I think that's the plan as of right now, yeah. Is Saturday Elder Scroll stream. I want to do some more Thieves Guilding and maybe do some Fighters Guild. That could be fun.
Okay. Incredible. This is the route. You're just supposed to follow this touch line.
Oh. Well.
All the way. No, get back on the ship. No, stop it. No, god damn it.
So here's another food trend that I'm seeing this week that I hate is Barbie pizzas. Everybody's making Barbie pizzas. So it's like just a pizza crust, covered in like pink icing and edible sprinkles and edible glitter and all kinds of shit. Just big slices of goopy, dripping, sugary, sweet pink pizza.
Pink pizza sounds like a euphemism.
It does. I just saw one that was a stuffed crust, so they squeezed it and like glittery pink icing shot out of the crust. Just awful. Awful stuff.
Like a fucking pimple popping video.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's wrong, Greg. You're not eating enough Barbie pizza.
Greg says, I was trying to think of an inappropriate interpretation of Elder Scrolls, but my brain fails me.
It's what it's called when we're looking through Twitter.
I was gonna say, never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Not allowed on Twitch.
Yeah, Greg, I don't think you're eating enough pink pizza. You want to get just diabetic sweet pink icing pizza and scarf that shit down.
Pink is one of the categories on the food pyramid, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, pink Pepto-Bismol is pink, and I guess that would help him. Eat you a Pepto-Bismol pizza, Greg. Dip your pizza in Pepto-Bismol like ranch. Ugh.
I think I'm going to get to the place I need to go, and then I'm probably going to stop, because this lady needs some grinding. She fucking sucks.
Yeah. I like this sea monster you're fighting. I think that's a cool design.
He looks very sad.
He does. He looks kind of friendly. Like he doesn't really want to fight. It says there was this food store in Boston that would take the scraps of all the deli meats and mash them together and sell them as a mystery loaf for super cheap. What?
Well, I mean,
That's
you're stopping food waste.
that's true. I mean, you know, props to them for stopping food waste. Like, I just feel like the shit you're cutting off or the scraps are gonna be like really inedible stuff sometimes.
Well, I mean, if it's a deli, you're cutting stuff, you know? So it might just be, you know, this is too close to the thing. I'll cut
Okay.
my hand off.
Like I'm thinking of like butcher scraps, like gristle and shit, you know, cartilage. Mystery loaf. Anybody ever eat olive loaf? My dad used to love olive loaf. I used to eat it when I was a kid. It's basically like a bowl, like it's. I guess it's like bologna in texture and flavor, but it's square instead of round, and it would have like pimentos and olives and stuff baked or like cooked into it. I kind of like olive loaf.
Mm.
It's like, you know, salty. Got the olives in there. I'm gonna Google vegan olive loaf. Olive loaf was the very unsuccessful project of Meatloaf's brother. I don't know.
I
I
was
kind
thinking-
of lost the joke on that one.
I was
somewhere.
thinking olive loaf is like Lilith in the Popeye canon. Like she came before olive oil, but she wouldn't obey Popeye.
Oh my god. I love that you're discussing Popeye the cartoon in like crazy biblical terms like that.
You don't?
No. Here we go. Olive loaf, baby. Look at that.
Yeah, it's bologna with olives in it.
Hell yeah. Now see, when I Google vegan olive loaf, all I get is like really nice looking focaccia breads with olives in it.
I would eat that.
That's not what I'm looking for. I do dearly love an olive though. Nice salty olive. Nice Kalamata olive. I like black olives.
Kalamata these nuts.
The olive is a good food. I think they're really healthy too.
They're very salty.
Yeah. Eidolon only cares about the hamburgers in Popeye, says Tirith. Yeah, the hamburgers in Popeye, that's the fucking manna from heaven that kept the Israelites sustained in the desert. The big G-Man rained cartoon hamburgers down. I'm sorry that you folks can't see the beauty of a Popeye's hamburger.
People only go nuts for Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Apparently. Greg, yeah, thank you, Greg. Greg says, fuck, I really want a Popeye's cartoon hamburger. Dude, okay, the hamburgers in Popeye, like the ones that the wimpy dude eats, like, it's such a basic cartoon shape. It's just bun, patty, bun. And they just, the way he crams them in, it just looks like the best simple, rustic, umami burger experience.
They just look like shitty little microwave breakfast sausage to me.
Yeah, those things are delicious. The little Jimmy Dean breakfast biscuits.
Yeah, you put them in the microwave and the bun gets hard as a fucking rock.
Yeah, the bun is all wet on the outside and hard on the inside, and the sausage is all weird. Yes, those are delicious. And the hamburgers are just a bigger version of that. You just eat them like potato chips. God, they look so good.
No.
Dude, exactly, Greg. Those burgers be banging. I mean, like, Wimpy is out there fiending after those burgers, first of all. And this is, like, early 1900s, so, like, they sell cocaine over the counter.
Mm-hmm.
He could be doing anything he wants, but he wants those burgers, so you know they're good.
Okay, he can't afford anything. What do you think people are more likely to lend him money for?
Cocaine or hamburgers?
Yeah.
You got me there, okay? I guess of the two, they're more likely to lend him a hamburger, but, you know. Craig says, I mean, it's implied he's blowing people for burgers, right? I think so.
Fuck.
It's like in that Dave Chappelle movie, Half Baked. Fucking Bob Saget's like, you ever suck dick for coke, man? Rest in peace, Bob Saget. Isn't it weird that Bob Saget's dead?
I don't know. It didn't really affect my life when he was alive.
Oh, I know. It's just, I don't know. It's just a weird thing.
Did I fucking...
You still can't find this place?
I know where it is. I can't navigate to it. It's ball sack shaped continent up here.
It does look like a ball sack up there. Oh, fuck.
It's like... Well, that doesn't even cut across the continent, so that's not where I need to go either. Is there a gap here I just went right past? I certainly didn't see one. Wait. This is it.
Okay.
So where am I?
Hey, thanks for hanging out, Greg. I hope you're able to sleep, man.
Yeah.
Take it easy, okay? We'll see you hopefully this weekend or something.
I think this is the island. Probably the best place to disembark. okay, there's a kid here, and he said, hey, who are you? And then he fucking disappeared. I'll tell Mom.
Ain't that Sakura from the Naruto
Possibly.
with the pink hair? Procured a cottage from that chest.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the cottages are like little tiny houses, right?
I assume, yeah.
My husband was killed by the Empire. He was a dragoon. We two are the only ones who survived. My husband was killed by the Empire. I don't want to remarry. I just want casual sex in your area.
Last Hiryu is here. It's trying to speak, but we can't understand it. We could understand the Hiryu if we had my husband's pendant hidden somewhere nearby. Oh, you're the good guys. Yeah, this is a dragon. It says Gya Guru Gau.
Oh shit! Wait! What was that? What is that?
That's a dragon.
That's a dragon?
I think so.
Oh, it's like a little baby dragon. Oh, it's a little baby dragon.
It's looking to the side, I think.
Yeah, it's cute. It's got a little tummy. There ain't a goddamn thing in this room, huh?
Yeah, is it supposed to be hidden? Like, am I supposed to just fucking wall hump?
Oh, 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 oh. Giving you that Doom experience.
Well, I'm not nauseous, so...
Does OG Doom make you nauseous?
I got nauseous playing that game that was just a Doom clone.
Oh yeah, playing Hexen.
So are there monsters here?
I don't know. I really love these ruin graphics with the broken brick and shit. Elder IQ?
The fuck is that?
I don't know. Yeah, just teach her all the fucking spells you have.
G-needle. Heart. Winged.
The winged blade?
No!
You have some more tomes.
Yeah, but I wanted to sell the other ones.
Yeah, but you got so much gil. What do you need to sell it for?
More gil.
More gil.
What does this do?
You need to look it up.
Yeah, if you would.
Elder IQ sounds like another word for like boomer brain, you know? Jesus Christ. Alright, it's called the Sage's Wisdom. Consumable item that sets the user's intelligence to 99 for one combat.
Ah.
Makes spells extremely accurate and powerful. Worth using during tough boss fight.
What about heart? She can't find it.
Maximizes spirit for one battle.
Okay.
Sorry, it's just like the stuff is called different things.
Yeah.
Oh god, I wish you had an organized button for this.
I wish I had a bigger fucking inventory.
Yeah. Throw your canoe away. Fuck it.
I need it, but do I need the ice sled anymore? Do I need this pass? Do I need the goddess bell? Do I need the torch?
Yeah, like your shit's sort of like filling up with things you don't really need. I mean, should I look that up? Like, should you just throw those away?
You can if you want. It would be good to know, I suppose, because I know I need the canoe. I would assume I need the ice sled. I've still got Sunflame, even though I thought I put all of it in the fucking. Thank God. I really needed that antidote.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
There's a new spell.
I don't think there's anything wrong with getting rid of it, but maybe you don't want to. I don't know.
That's not a new spell. Completely worthless to teach this to her, but... Stop is new. Okay. I am stupid fucking hot. My hands are sweating and it's making me really fucking uncomfortable, so I'm done for tonight.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault.
Okie dokie. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out. So yeah, I think we are gonna try to play Elder Scrolls on Saturday. So hopefully we will see everybody then. I feel like I had something else to say, but maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Never mind. So yeah, Saturday, Elder Scrolls. Next week, .hack, more Final Fantasy, and
More demos.
I don't know what I'm gonna do next week yet.
Okay.
I've got more demos I want to play. I've also got some full horror games I think I could get through in a session or two. So I don't know. I'll do something there. It'll be fun. All right. Bye everybody.
Bye.